As we say in Nigeria, fellow Nigerians, it gladdens our heart, that is myself and the colleagues from the mission, to be in your midst this evening. We are particularly elated to see all of you here today. Suffice it to also let you know, by way of a message from the High Commission, that the Home Office is embarking on aggressive repatriation of Nigerians that are not here legally or irregularly. Because we don't call any Nigerians illegal residents, but irregular. Because everybody, we are all human beings, and we expect that we respect the law of the land. We don't want any Nigerian anywhere, either in Belfast or in Manchester, in Southampton, in London, to be arrested, detained, and bundled out of this country for obvious reasons. You can enjoy free flights if you are arrested and detained and eventually deported, but you may not be able to enter this country again. Because if they give you 10 years, that is the period, the minimum for anybody arrested on the street or anywhere to be able to come in here. It's at this level, you'll be losing your teeth before you come back here. So it's like you are gone for good. Rather, if your visas have expired, it is our own advice that you live honorably by buying your ticket and program yourself out, go with normal flights, so that even if your visa expires, you can come back here within a year or two. Because we are having issues with the Home Office. And some Nigerians who are on patriotic too give embassy names as if we are cooperating too much with the Home Office to remove Nigerians. It is not possible. We'll be doing everything possible within the ambit of law to see that Nigerians who have not exhausted the legal remedies, going to court and all that, are not removed. So I thought I should let you know, because this is what is going on around London and Greater London. A few unpatriotic Nigerians paint embassy because they do not understand how states interrelate. They think that we can even refuse you from going when you are staying here illegally. This is not Nigeria. If the law of the land says you have to meet certain requirements, you better do so, failing which it is better to get out of this place with dignity rather than being detained and being repatriated. So I thought I should use this forum to let you know that your welfare is our concern, but at the same time, we urge you to also respect the immigration law. That is much I need to let you know this evening. And as we go along, we are prepared to take on issues for clarification.
Who did you use for it really? Who did the surgery for you?
Okay, fantastic. We have an association under CANIC. It's called Just Illiterate. We came together and we put some lawyers together and we spoke to the immigration, and they gave us some of their officers to be part of it.
Okay.
Now, the officers are not there to
To arrest
anybody, no.
Super.
Because we had a meeting and we discussed, they're not arresting anybody. They're not even,
And they don't take anybody's
they
name
don't
or
take
anything.
anybody. Do you know that one of the things that they almost said to us, they said that there is no officer that is allowed to arrest somebody on the street. I spoke there to their boss, said no, that is unlawful. You can't just go on the street and arrest somebody. They don't do that. What they are clamoring for is people that they haven't got their papers. They are here illegally. For them not to have a job, for them not just to be roaming about, they can actually help them to go back home, give them some fun, go and start something back home. So that's what they're saying. They are not coming out to say, I want to come arrest you. So, in fact, they did something. Some of the people this was the first surgery that we did. Some of the people that were there, they were asking questions about their applications, not knowing that they had one small machine with them. They brought it out and they were checking the details of those people that were there. They were checking it for them. And people some of them were saying, oh, that's my name. And they gave them the details of where the application was, what they can do. So it was in fact, it was fun. They ate with us. We drank together. They didn't arrest anybody, and so it's just about giving information. Because they can't tell me they will not arrest my people and they will come and arrest them. It's not possible. If we sign the documentation, it's not possible. They won't do that, and I will not allow anybody to come and arrest you. No, that is not my. No, I won't do that. I want you to have the right documentation so I can help you to have the right documentation. And I don't want you to be here illegally. The same thing. So when we're talking about, I love you, I don't want you to be here illegally. So how do we help you to make sure that you have the right documentation? That's what we should be looking at. Not that I'm saying, gentlemen, go and hide under the bed. No. Because at the end of the day, it would affect you. You are not moving on. You're on the same spot. But what can we do to make sure that you have the right documentation? What can we do to make sure, even if you have to go back to Nigeria to go and sort out your documentation, why not? Because you see, with just some few people, we get scared. We can actually go back, sort out the documentation, and come back. There are a lot of things we can do. But because you are not thinking, if I should go back, I might not be able to come back. Nigeria is fantastic, it's good. I go to Nigeria every year. We can go and sort out our country. Why not? And yes, why not?
Sir, if you give advice for somebody and you help the person to go back to Nigeria, is there any follow-up if that person still needs your help? Is there any follow-up? Because we are hoping it won't be a situation where once you've given the advice, and some people might be afraid, if I will say that, because by the time they are there and they check their details and they know that, well, they've not gotten the paper, hopefully that will not quicken their removal.
Okay.
And is there any follow-up? Or you just hang there, once you've helped that person and the person is back in Nigeria, then you wash your hands off?
Okay, fantastic. That's a good question. You see, if you really look at people that if they are having challenges with their documentation, let me give you 2 examples. Don't let me tell you what can happen. This was even before I became the chair of Kanuk. This was last year. A friend of mine, I advised him to go back home, to go and sort out his papers. We used to communicate almost every day when he was in Nigeria. So the kind of help we're talking about, it depends on the person and the person that's actually advised that person to leave. We were communicating. I got him a school here. He was able to pay the school fees and his background. Then, when he was illegal immigrant here, he was here for 4 years. He couldn't go to school. He was always doing some jobs that I don't want to call them dirty jobs, but you know that the ones that would not fetch him anything. When he went back, we were communicating. He was able to sort out his papers. He came back. He went to Ministerial University. He's now in the bank, Barclays Bank. Now, 4 years of his life was wasted. So that's what I'm trying to say. Now, it depends on the person. You can help somebody to go back home. It now depends on that person. If he wants to come back, he wants to get the right document, or you see, you don't want to encourage somebody to be lazy. You don't want to encourage somebody to just, I'm back home now. I'm calling Mr. Kanutia. Yes, I'm at home. What can I do? Exactly. You want to empower people. You want them to be independent. There are a lot of ways you can sort out yourself. And these people that you're talking about, they are not young people. They are not babies. Do you understand? So what I'm trying to say is that when we sit down with a gentleman, we can look at what we can do together, whether it's better for you to stay and fix your papers here, or it's better for you to go back home and go and start your documentation afresh. And if you look at it, if you want to help that person, if you look at the case, I'm telling you there are some cases that you see, you shake your head and say, my brother, it's better for you to go back home. I would rather look for a job for you back home. Let's go back and let's see how you can get a job. Because there's no point. This is your 10th year. And you are still, whether it's security or something that you are getting some pounds and you're not doing anything for. Okay, let me give you an example. You have a house in Liverpool. You have a house in Birmingham. You've got 3-4 properties. And you're looking at, oh my God, if I now go to Nigeria, am I going to start afresh? It's because of the time. We are adding more time, and the more you spend here, the harder it becomes to go back home. So someone like me now, it's a shame. I should be the head of Nigerians in Nigeria, not in the UK. I was not born here. So I can't be posing. I have to say that, how do I go back home? To go and, I was born in Nigeria, I love my country, I love my food, I love everything. I don't want to be eating Burger King. I want to eat my amala, my pounded yam. This morning, if you see the way, this afternoon, this way, do you know, it's one of the reasons why I came late. I will lie to you. Because I saw a place where they gave me real pounded yam. The lady, where is the woman? She pounded it. I said, this is what I want to eat. But we don't need to deceive ourselves. The reason why few of us are here is because we could not go back because of the kind of investment. We have our children, they've grown up here. We're thinking, how do we want to do it? But in reality, I know that you love your country more than this place. Thank you.
Finally, I thank the organizers of this event. It's not only Larry, the members of the executive and planning committee, as well as all of you for finding time to come to this meeting. I thank you and wish you best of luck and happy Christmas in advance. Thank you very much.